Ladies and gentlemen, some new reward apps have hit the market. Let's dive in and see if they're actually worth our time or not. Hope you enjoy. First application is called MyCash, and this is what it looks like when you first launch it up. Top right corner of the screen, you have your currency and notification area, and below that, you're instantly given access to paid surveys, everyone. Now, this is the first portion of the app, and what you'll find is that most of these surveys are willing to give around 1,000 or so of these credits, with the highest one almost being 2,000. They also include a timer of how long the survey should take, and the difficulty rating. Now, in regards to that though, sometimes everyone, those aren't accurate, so please keep that in mind. They also do have two other survey providers, including Pollfish and Tap Research. Now, thankfully, there's not only just surveys on this one. Before diving into the offer wall though, let me just show you the cash out options. Here in Australia, I have PayPal currency for a minimum of $5, because 1,000 of the credits converts into $1, Binance for $1 minimum, Payeer for $1 minimum, Litecoin for around $1, Amazon for $5.15, Tether currency for $10 minimum, PUBG Mobile for $5, and Gcash for $5.75. Pretty wide variety there. Alright, so now that you know that, we can break down the offer wall. Here you can see, everyone, we have gaming offers willing to pay hundreds of dollars for us to complete them. As always though, these type of offers are extremely difficult to complete, but what I will say is that the offer prices, at least here in Australia, are actually decent. Usually you get these new apps that would like to undercut the users or, you know, potentially take like a huge portion of the cash out. But from what I can see, these prices are average to a little bit above average, which is nice to see in 2025. Obviously keeping in mind here that 100,000 of the credits would be $100, where 1 million would be 1,000. Take for instance this Call of Dragons offer for $1,000. I still highly recommend you compare offer walls on other applications, because this is what I'm getting here in Australia, so your country is going to be completely different. I just quickly wanted to say, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, everyone. So now you know all that, is it actually worth the time? Well, everyone, I withdrew $3 worth of currency to my Payeer account, and I had to do it individually because the next bracket up was $5 instead of $1. And yes, everyone, I am happy to say within around 4 hours, I did receive that Payeer currency. But on the flip side though, everyone, this is a new app and I did experience problems, okay? The surveys barely worked at all, so I'd start a survey off and then it'll just error out. I did let the support know, so please just keep that in mind. It was a struggle. Either way, that's my experience in MyCash. You do whatever you want with the information. Let's move on. Next, we have Bingo Egypt. Another early access title that's been pumped out, everyone, by these developers that are creating these little like play to earn apps where every 3 hours your gems will convert into currency. You guys have probably seen these apps before. This is what it looks like, by the way. So at the bottom of the screen, you obviously have your gems, timer, and then the currency. Here in Australia, it's PayPal. Now above that, you can decide how many bingo cards you want to play with at once. And this is what it looks like when you actually start the game off. You'll find your balance in the bottom right corner of the screen so you can always keep up to date. And just like that, an ad break appeared. You're going to be interrupted every single 1 minute or so with ads, by the way. Either way, let's just select the numbers that have been called out here, everyone. You'll notice here that I'm collecting gems when I do select the right numbers. Then it throws you into a lucky bingo wheel area. Suppose I just won 200 of the gems and I can watch an ad to double it. These type of apps, in my opinion, give the facade of being a game, but really you're just watching ads non-stop. And while I'm talking, an ad break appeared. See what I mean, everyone? There's like a timer in the background automatically playing the ads. So because of that, we now have 469 of the gems. You also find these like little floating chests as well. It's the exact same concept again, trying to get you to watch that ad. What I will say though, the game itself is actually pretty fun for a bingo game. Anyone out there that's ever played a bingo game knows that a majority of them at least are scams when it comes to offering rewards of any kind. But with this one, it's actually released from a developer we've reviewed before on the channel. So I felt a little bit better going into it. There's another ad. So now we're sitting on almost 1,000 of the gems, everyone. We're about to collect some more. There we go. Very nice. So for today's test, I actually ended up playing for 1 hour, everyone, to see what I would get. And it looks like I just got bingo. Very good. And now we can get some more gems. Again, can double that, obviously, if you want to with the ad. There's another ad. All right, that's it for that game. You then go into like a bonus spin area, everyone, okay? Another way to try and get you to watch an extra advertisement. You'll find that this never ends. Again, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? It's just that it's so aggressive. And once you actually find out what's in return for all your effort, you're going to be probably disappointed like I was. So after 1 hour of gameplay, everyone, I generated 21,200 of the gems, which then converted into 9 cents worth of currency, which all in all isn't actually that bad from these developers. Usually they give much lower. Now, I withdrew that 9 cents worth of PayPal currency, and yes, everyone, they did actually reward me to my PayPal account within about 5 minutes or so. So that was actually cool to see. Now, legitimacy aside, everyone, I'd love for you to leave me a comment below telling me why you play applications like these and exactly what you want to try and get out of them. Like, what do you do with the cents they give you? I'd just love to hear it, alright? Anyway, that's my review on Bingo Egypt. Let's move on. Next up, we have Bitcoin Swords. And this is what it looks like when you launch it up. Top of the screen, you have your Satoshi counter. That's right, everyone, we have another crypto app. Next to that, we have the level progress bar. Essentially, you have to get to that end number. And the way you do that is by moving the chips around and merging them. So look at this, everyone. I just grabbed this little Bitcoin here. I'm gonna chuck it right there, and it should all merge together. Yes, it did. Very nice. And that's essentially all the application is, okay? It's not rocket science by any means. Now, what I found is that the more advertisements you see, generally the better you go, because an ad just appeared as I was literally talking, which again, another one of these apps that has a ad timer, in my opinion, every 1 to 2 minutes. And now at this point, we should be able to actually generate a Satoshi. At the bottom of the screen, you also have your abilities and in-game currency, but our main goal is to simply merge everything together here. And there's another advertisement. So while it's not the most difficult game, it is a puzzle one, so keep that in mind. You can actually fail the levels. Now, I found that each level roughly takes between 2 to 3 minutes if you power through. Again, another ad. And this is what happens when you actually fail the level. There we go, everyone. Finally got my first Satoshi after 4 advertisements. So that's how you can break that down, at least here in Australia, okay? Now, granted, again, level progression speed will obviously help, but generally these little play to earn applications are pretty straightforward. Watch the ads, get a little bit of the revenue. In regards to the minimum cash out, it is 15 Satoshi, everyone. And it looks like that someone just won the daily jackpot for 11,000 Satoshis. That's pretty cool. Now, every time I've used this spinning wheel, I only get 1 Satoshi. Let's see if it's a little bit different today. Here we go, everyone. What are we going to land on? Fingers crossed. Not 1, not 1, not 1. And it is 1. Knew it, dude. And then you can watch the advertisement to spin it again. So a very, very basic app. Now, is it worth the time and effort? And as I said that, another ad played. So everyone, after around an hour of playing, I generated 21 Satoshi. It uses Zebedee for the cash out system, by the way. I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with this by now. And I am very happy to say that yes, they did actually reward me straight away my Satoshi. The only sad thing is, everyone, 2 cents USD for an hour of gameplay. That is ridiculously low, and I just cannot recommend it here in Australia. So again, completely up to you what you want to do with that information. I just cannot see the likeliness that anyone's going to actually use this properly for more than a day. But again, you guys let me know in the comments what you think of it. Let's move on. Next, I want to quickly talk about Gem Racer Pixel Prizes, aka my community app. Ladies and gentlemen, exciting news, Super Gem Champions Season 2 is now out. That means that there are new prizes up for grabs. The top 3 users of this month will win the prizes on the screen at the moment. So you'll find the join link in the description below. You must be a Discord member. And all you need to do is obviously drive and avoid the hazards while picking up the Super Gems. It is as simple as that. This is what the Super Gem looks like, by the way, a big blue gem. You can also pick up the trophies and convert them into Super Gems. Mind you, there are also abilities that will help you survive the levels. I highly recommend you use them. It just makes things so much easier. You can use your in-game gems to purchase skins, or you can actually support the app and purchase 25,000 gems for 99 cents USD. This will directly increase the leaderboard prizes for the month. I am planning to do some massive upgrades to it as well, everyone, so stay tuned. I'll let you know throughout the month. Alright, that wraps it up for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Stay safe out there.